Good morning, student. Today we are going to read s.st. Geography, chapter number 8, that is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife, part 1. So, student, in this chapter we will read about the vegetation and the wildlife. Means that vegetation is what? Vegetation is a greenery that is present on the earth surface. So, basically, the green is what? The plants, trees, grasses, so these all are considered as vegetation. So vegetation is there. So how the vegetation is grow, and what kind of temperature, what kind of climate is there, what kind of how what is the source of water, what is the temperature, and what kind of animals is found in those vegetation, and the different type of species of plant and plant, bird, animals. So all are these are found in those regions that we have to understand. So let us begin with the chapter, starting with the natural vegetation. So natural vegetation is what? Natural vegetation is referred to a plant community which has grown naturally without human aid and has been left undisturbed by humans for a long time. These are also considered as the virgin vegetation. So here you have to understand that the vegetation or the greenery which did not disturbed by the human beings. Okay, so that is considered as natural vegetation, and they are also known as virgin vegetation. Here you have to understand that where the human interference is there, where the human interference is there, like the we grow the crops, we grow the fruits and various things, but these are not considered as natural vegetation. They are only considered as vegetation, they are considered as vegetation, greenery, but there is a human interference while growing the crops, fruits and other things. So they are considered as vegetation, not natural vegetation. So for natural vegetation, we have to take example, that is the forest. Okay, so forest are the some there are many forests in the world which is considered as natural vegetation because there is no human interference in those forests. Now, let us see the types of natural vegetation. So, types of natural vegetation are forest, grasslands, shrubs, or desert. So, desert are classified into colder desert and the warmer desert. Both kind of desert is there in the in this topic. We have to understand. First, in the last chapters, I had explained the ecosystem. Ecosystem is what? It is the definite community of a particular place. So here you have to understand the particular community of ecosystem, forest ecosystem. Basically, means how what are the things are there in the forest, what are the necessities of the forest, and how it grows, and how, what kind of things are the part of the forest ecosystem. So forest ecosystem is what? It is a community of plant, animal, microbes, means small insects or the small plants, and other organisms. They get interacted with each other with the chemical and physical features of their environment. So basically, the forest ecosystem is what? The interdependency of the animals, plants, and plant with each other. So that is considered as the forest ecosystem. Now let us see all the topics one by one, starting with the division of forest and on what basis the forests are divided. First, let us see the picture that I have pasted on the PPT, the different heat zones of the earth. So you have read in the previous classes, previous videos also, the red line which is showing in the on the earth, that is the equator. When we move towards the north pole and the south pole, there you can see the blue colored is there. So blue color is representing the torrid zone or the temperate zone. Up to which line? The Tropic of Cancer, 23 degree half. In the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere, they are considered as the that is also considered as tropical zone, and it is up to the Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23 degree half south. Now move toward the temperate zone. So it is near to the Arctic Circle, 66 degree half in the northern hemisphere, and 66 degree half in the Antarctic Circle, near the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. Now there you can see if the frigid zone is also there after 66 degree in the north hemisphere and south hemisphere both. Now what you have to understand that the forest which is found in those regions, they are nominated or they are named after those areas. Likewise, we have to learn the tropical evergreen forest, the tropical deciduous forest. So these tropical forests which we are talking about, they are found in the torrid zone or the tropical zone. So these kind of forest, like the tropical evergreen forest and the deciduous forest, which is found in these zones, they are considered as tropical because they are between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Now move toward the next classification of the forest, that is a temperate evergreen forest and the temperate deciduous forest. So now you have to see, you can see the temperate zone is there in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, both hemisphere. So the forest which is found in these zones, they are kind of temperate evergreen and the temperate deciduous. Now the Mediterranean forest is also there. So Mediterranean forest is found near the temperate zone and the near tropical zone. So they almost found near the temperate areas, but they have their specific features that we will see in the next slides. So I hope you are able to understand the the kind of forest which is found in the different zone, they are considered by that name. So if it is found in torrid zone or tropical zone, so those forests are considered as tropical forest. The forest which is found in the temperate zone, they are considered as temperate forest. And we have to see the categorization of those forests into the next slide. Now see, let us start with the first, that is a tropical evergreen forest. Now before the starting of evergreen and deciduous, you have to understand what is evergreen and what is deciduous. So evergreen is what? The forest which remains green throughout the year, that forest is known as the evergreen. And the forest or the plant which is shed their leaf for a particular period of time, they are considered as deciduous forest. So I hope you are able to understand. Evergreen forest is what? Or evergreen trees are what? The trees which do not shed their leaf and they looks up green, or they appear green, always green for the throughout the whole year. So they are considered as the evergreen forest. And the trees which shed their leaves into the specific time period, for the specific time period, they are considered as deciduous forest. Now let us start with the tropical evergreen forest. So tropical evergreen forest is what? The zone which I explained in the previous topic, that is the torrid zone. And this tropical evergreen forest which is found from the one tropic to the another tropic, that is the Tropic of Cancer up to the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere and in the northern hemisphere. So this is called the tropical rainforest, and they are near to the regions of equator and close to the tropic, that is uh, Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, 23 degree half north and 23 degree half south. And these are the hottest region. They receive the heavy rainfall throughout the year. So because they receive the heavy rainfall, these forests are considered as the selvas and evergreen because they do not shed their leaves. So they do not shed their leaves together. the one word we have to add in that, that is together. So the trees which is found in these regions, they do not shed their leaves together, because of that only they are appear green throughout the year. The regions experience the hot and humid climate. So we have to understand the climate of the tropical evergreen. So this region experience the hot and humid climate, nearly 15 degree to 30 degree Celsius temperature. So because of the temperature, this area receives the maximum rainfall. So because of that only the plant or the trees which is grown in these regions are the huge one. Vegetation which is found in these regions, so these are the tropical evergreen forest. So because of the rainfall, they are the densest one and the multi-layered. So how they are multi-layered? Because some trees uh, which are close to each other, they form the huge canopy. Canopy is what? It is the cover which do not allow the sunlight to reach the ground. So basically canopy is what? It is the cover which do not allow the sun rays to reach to the ground. Some of places where the sunlight it managed to reach to the ground, they the some of the small herbs and shrubs grow. So the vegetation which is found in the tropical evergreen, they are so dense, they are so tall, and because of the dense forest, they form the canopy. Now these are the reasons which is the area where the tropical rainforest are found. There you can see near the equatorial region. So whether it is South America, Africa, or the small islands are there you can see these area have the tropical evergreen forest where the trees does not shed their leaf. Now there is a picture, there you can see the layers of the tropical evergreen forest. So starting with the first, that is the emergent layer. Emergent layer means where the trees get emerged with each other. Then canopy is there. Canopy is what? Which does not allow they are so dense, because of that only they does not allow the sun rays to enter. Somehow if they manage to enter, so there you can see where the forest floor is there. Above that the shrub layer is there. Shrub layer is what? Where the small plants or small plant grows over there. And below the canopy, understories there. So this is also these are the areas are also densest one. But if sun rays passes through it, so they manage to the plants or the small plants manage to grow over there. So there you can see the picture of one of the plants which is found in these region, that is the mahogany. And this one is the famous plant which is found in the tropical evergreen forest. Now the trees which found in these area, they are so tall, it's about 40 to 60 meter. They are hardwood. Hardwood means that they used to create many things, the furnitures, and there are a lot of things which is used from these forests or these plants, trees basically, like mahogany, ebony, rosewood, bamboo, reeds. So these are some of the plants or the trees which is found in these regions, and those are used for the various purposes. So there is rain throughout the year, and this region is they do not shed the leaves basically. So because of the rainfall, they get the water throughout the year, and so they do not shed their leaf because they always get the water. Or because of that only they do not they are considered as evergreen. Leaves are broad, so the rate of transpiration is very high. So because of that only the plant grows more, and more species of trees and animals are found in these forests more than anywhere else. So the plants and animals which are found in these regions, they are more than anywhere else, means the rest plants or the trees we will, or the forest we will read in the in this chapter. So the animals which is found in these regions are more than the other ones, like a monkey, ape, elephant, leopard, gorillas, snake like anaconda, python, and there are many species of trees and animals, and like there are colorful birds like parrot, pigeons, toucans, hornbills, hummingbirds, jamaicas, and some of the insects like millipedes, leeches, beetles, spider, butterfly, moth, bat, turtles, crocodiles, and alligators. So these are some of the animals and plants which are found in the tropical evergreen forest. Now the next is the there you can see some of the pictures of animal like toucans and jamaicas. Now starting with the next topic, that is a tropical deciduous forest. So tropical deciduous forest, its location is what? Near the Indian subcontinent, Myanmar, Vietnam, Thailand, Central America, Brazil, Northern Australia, or these forests are also considered as monsoon forests because they are dependent upon the monsoon. The climate which is found in these regions are by high temperature like 20 to 48 degrees Celsius, seasonal rainfall found here about 150 centimeter, and they have the distinct dry season, means they have the fixed dry season where the rainfall does not occur. So because of the distinct dry season, the trees, they shed their leaf, especially in autumn season. So because if when they shed their leaves, so they prevent the moisture loss due to the transpiration. So during the transpiration, they preserve the moisture by shedding their leaves in the dry season. The shedding season is spread over the 6 to 8 weeks. It is not more than 1.5 and or 2 months. Different species shed their leaves at the different times. So there are so many trees which do not shed their leaves together, but some of the species are there. The plant species, they shed their leaves, and because of that, there are many places where the forest shed their leaves together, and some of there they do not shed their leaves, so they appear not bare. Okay, bare means without leaves. And these forests are also multi-layered as the as it is found in the tropical regions. So these forests are also found multi-layered basically. Examples of the tropical deciduous plants or the trees are teak, sal, devdar, sandalwood, bamboo, fern. Uh, these are the plants or the shrubs which is grown in the tropical deciduous areas, and they have the heavy rainfall, means where the heavy rainfall occurs. So these kind of plants were grown, and where the rainfall is less or decreases, the plants which is grown in those regions like acacia, eucalyptus, thorny shrubs. So the tropical deciduous is categorized into two parts, where the rainfall is most, so there the trees does not shed their leaf together, and where the trees shed their leaf together, those are considered as the uh, lowest rainfall areas. So like examples are the lowest rainfall areas is rainfall plants were acacia, eucalyptus, and thorny shrub. So these are the vegetation which is found in the tropical deciduous forest. Now you can see the areas which is found in the tropical deciduous forest. Now there you can see the picture of devdar, sandalwood, cheetal, gharial. So these are the animals which is found in these regions, and these are all is the part of mangrove forest. So mangrove forest is what? The forest which is found in the swampy and deltaic tract, means where the delta is found, like sundari tree in the Ganga Brahmaputra delta. So Ganga Brahmaputra delta is the world largest delta where the mangrove forest is grown, and they are also the part of the tropical deciduous forest. So here many animals are found, like tiger, elephant, bear, deer, cheetahs, monkey, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, buffaloes, nilgai, pandas. So pandas basically they are found in the southwest China in the bamboo forest. In the drier areas where the rainfall is less, so the deer, lion, snake, crocodile, alligators, gharials, these kind of animals are found. Parrots, pigeons, sparrow, ducks, cranes, storks, and herons, these kind of birds are found in these regions. So these are the topics that we have to discuss, and the next topic that we have to cover is that the Mediterranean Sea, the temperate evergreen and the temperate deciduous forest. So your homework is that you have to write the name of animals which is found in the tropical deciduous forest in the dry regions and in the rainy regions. So you have to write their names in your homework copy. Thank you, students.